Good afternoon, everybody. This is OTC. I trade with Bearable Traders Community, and this is my recap of INTC. So Intel I had on my overnight watch list day before yesterday into yesterday. Got chopped around. You can see I have a video review on YouTube for this one as well. Got chopped around in it, and then I decided, well, today was the catalyst move. They were having a reveal of some products. I think NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, a lot of the computer and gaming, those technology type companies were going to have some catalyst moves based on that announcement. But it turns out that not much going on here. So I was, again, as I did yesterday, kind of insistent on trading this. You can tell I got chopped around here in the early session. Looks like I don't know, took a short, got stopped out, took another one, got stopped out. Looks like I took a short here, got stopped out. Then, okay, so here I finally made something of it back, right? Because I remember this, I got a 1 bar. Let's go to the 1 minute. So right there I took a long, but it wasn't ready to pop. There was really nowhere to enter on this today because there was no climactic volume. I saw this doji to the downside on low volume, so I thought, okay, this is a test. This is what you call a test candle to see if the sellers are going to get in on the action to the downside, and they didn't. So on the next one, came down, wicked, and I started seeing the buying pressure. So I thought, okay, this is the bottom, right after these two somewhat climactic volumes. So I took an entry, but at this point I was kind of hesitant because I had already gotten chopped around. So I took a quick partial, and then you can see here, oh, it came back down. I thought it was gonna bottom there, another bottom here, and then I thought it was going to be the third bottom there. So I added to the position, not a good add, then got stopped out. So that turned into what was most likely a red trade, right? And then I saw it starting to come down. Still haven't seen another opportunity of climactic volume, but it looks like it's just some more poor trading in here. The classic case of me just being anxious and trying to get into positions too quickly. So I thought, okay, it's going to hold this. So this is 2 dots and a dash is previous, so 2 days ago closing level, and then also has been a daily level, so I marked it there twice, right? The previous day level is the same as a daily level. Tried to enter there, got stopped out. Then looks like I tried to enter here and stopped out, and I thought it was on this indecision that it was going. As volume started increasing here on this move, added with a bigger stop loss so that I give myself room, if this thing kind of retraced down and then took off. So those climactic reversals can be tough to judge the bottom, but you gotta wait for the exhaustive volume, right? So if this candle would have been, significantly higher, because after this was a sell-off candle, I think this was maybe a sell-off candle here. So you get those exhaustive volumes forming, or those seller volumes forming, and then you need the exhaustive volume so that you can catch the move to the upside. But in hindsight, this wasn't a very good trade. 2 days of not trading it very well because it didn't show a lot of reversal opportunity. Then I noticed, okay, well, it didn't hold this level, and here I am still being persistent with trying to get in, right? So then it held this. This was not today's pre-market low, but yesterday's pre-market low. So 1 dot and a dash is previous day pre-market low. So I noticed that it started to bounce off of there. I was hesitant after all this and the mess up here that I didn't jump in on this candle. I waited for what you call kind of a 3-bar play, watching this. If this guy would have closed, this candle here would have closed lower, retraced to more than 33% of this candle, so to 50%, I wouldn't have gotten in, but it came down, wicked back up, and started moving in the right direction. When it closed I got in. I think I tried to get in at the top of this candle, but it filled my order essentially at the same price, just at the beginning of the next candle. And there we're off and running. Right now I'm seeing that it pushes through this level, but you know, in hindsight, not very good volume. Pushes through this level and then starts moving up into a move upward. But I think I got like 20 or 30 cents out of this. Not the greatest move. So let's move over to the actual video and see where it picks up. So let's delete all these lines. Go there. Yeah, so you can see there got chopped around. Okay, so here's one entry, right? So I took a partial and then there's my stop loss. I'll speed it up. So we already covered this entry. I get stopped out, but I'm giving it enough room. So I think I took 50% because I just wasn't really sure about this. So I went ahead when I entered on this one. See the volume here? I entered on that. And then as soon as it popped to VWAP, I took at least a 50% partial on that. So trying to lock in some profits in case this thing goes against me. Play it faster, speed it up. There it comes, coming down. See there again. So this large volume, large candle, not really an anomaly. Large volume, relatively small candles, so not anomalies there. Large volume, yeah, so those match up. So really okay. I think what was showing here, now that I'm looking at it again, that's the purpose of these recaps for me, is look at all these averages. Like, not, you know, you're expecting the 9 and the 20 here and the 9 here to be in front of you if it's trending to the downside, but you're not really expecting for the 50 EMA to be so close. So that creates another resistance barrier to get up, you know, to get to the break up. So looking at, you know, and I didn't trade it very well yesterday, got chopped around, then finally I think broke even by the end of the day after, you know, getting chopped around then making a good move. But kind of the same thing here. I think I'm going to leave INTC alone for a while. So there it goes, trying again. Maybe this is formed, you know, maybe this is formed 1 bottom, 2 bottom, 3 bottom here. But you still have lower lows on each one. So this is a lower low, this is a lower low, and this is a lower low. So that's just a sign of weakness and me forcing a move to the upside without seeing a huge, you know, on this candle. Maybe if this thing would have been triple its size or double its size, then you know, okay, the sellers are exhausted, let's go for a move higher. But didn't really see that, just forcing entries. So let's speed it up. So there, I moved my stop loss up a little bit, still giving it the room of the bottom of this candle here. Speed it up, not ready. So came, you can see here, it came down, tested the 50 SMA here, comes down, retraces, and testing the 50 SMA again. I'm willing to bet that it did not break that 50 SMA, so there's another sign of weakness. Yeah, sure enough, rejected the 50 SMA. Look at those selling type candles. Doji, I mean wicks to the high side. First a hammer, then a doji. So shooting star here. This one's a shooting star, right? So, you know, should have exited the position at break even, but stubborn, trying to catch a move to the upside, and then I think comes down. Yeah, weakness. Oh, I add to the position, so now I'm, you know, doubling down, thinking, okay, this thing has made another bottom there. There's a lower low. This one's a lower low than this one, but now this low is higher than this one. So not really a bad decision there. Just don't have a confirmation, and tough to trade this with an average VWAP and then an average so close above. So many levels of resistance above. So let's see what it does. puts in a buyer type candle, then immediately puts in a seller type pressure candle. Decreasing volume, so I'm thinking this is just a pullback, but no, wicks me out. And now it's come down to where I should have been this whole time waiting for it, right? Because this is a major support level. Like, this is 2 days ago close, so previous day close, and a daily level have formed here. So for climactic reversals, when you have them reverse at a strong support, those usually work out. But here I am trying to force another entry, get stopped out, still retracing down. So here's the low of the day down here, right? Here's at roughly 50.20. So let's speed it up. So I try it again when I see it break above, but I'm just getting fooled by the action, right? Because there's not really any volume showing. There I am during the live session just kind of going back and saying, you know, what the heck are you doing? This thing's just going against you, but you keep forcing it. I tried again there, and then I think on this one I went ahead and bailed on it because it wasn't ready, right? And then this started pushing up. Look, here's kind of what you can see, an anomaly, right? This one is pushing up on bigger volume. That's a pretty small candle. So look at the size of this volume to this smaller candle. So I need to start recognizing that, which way that anomaly is going to go. Large volume, small candle, large volume, small candle. But if you relate them in terms of size of this candle to this volume, it's probably good comparison, good size. But then look at this one. So this one is smaller volume to a much larger candle than this one to its volume. So you would think that from here it's going to push up. You know, you have what I would be willing to, even in hindsight, say is reversal volume. But no, then you get decrease in volume again. The buyers try again on this one. Can't push it above those levels, and then it turns around, reverses, and stops me out again. So, you know, my 3 strikes you're out rule, I didn't enforce it. I'm not doing a great job of following it. And then this is video 1, so this is over. I think I wait for a little while, and then part 2 I'll post it as well. But I do finally make a good trade and make up mostly for all the bad trades I did here. But in hindsight, you know, this made a 20-30 cent move and just had too many averages, too much above it, and not enough strength. And our vol is not all that high, right? It's just 100, so basically the R vol that it had yesterday. So that is part 1 of the recap for INTC. Stay tuned for the second half. Thank you.